Why is AQP so important? I've been looking for a long time for a really good way to illustrate exactly why AQP is so important to me, and I want it to be very important to you. I think I've found it, and I think I can illustrate it. I'm going to leave that at the very end of the video. I'm going to show you why AQP is so important. Here's the story. This is a ride-along video. This is my very first ride-along video. I hope you'll excuse my amateurish footage and all that stuff, but this is a IMC flight that didn't intend to be an IMC flight. The story is that I had to help a guy get a 182 from Atlanta up to Philly, where he was going to base this airplane. He bought the airplane, private pilot, fairly low time, and he's not instrument rated, but we got to get the airplane up to his home base. So this is a ride-along video. He wants some AQP training, and I'd never met the guy before, but I can tell you, the guy was a quality guy. He had a quality family, and I can tell you right now, I don't really care about airplanes. I care about the people. If you could see what I get to see sometimes, these are some quality people and some quality families. They're worth fighting for to keep them alive. I'd like to do it with AQP. I think AQP can help keep individuals just like this alive. So we're going to start off with this thing. I'm going to talk you through what we did. In the process of doing this, we did some AQP stuff. I'm going to show you this loss of thrust on takeoff. Here's one that we did right here with this guy. His name was Sydney. Here's Sydney's loss of thrust on takeoff.
Yeah, I'm going into this field right here. Okay, I'm gonna give you a throttle back, very good. Nose up, come on up. There you go.
All right, so let me set the stage for this flight. We did two legs, Atlanta to Philly. We stopped halfway and fueled. All along the way, the weather was completely VFR, really nice. We were VFR on the first leg at, I don't know, 7,500 or something like that. The next leg, it was looking like the area, the weather up there in the area of Philly was going to be kind of skosh. So we filed IFR, flew up there, not a cloud in the sky, but we kept checking the weather. The destination, which was Chester County, KMQS, was going to be IMC, which is no big deal. Typically, I go by this. I only want to do one of these. In this case, we got a little bit of a late start. I kind of got backed into both night and IMC. However, it wasn't forecast to be very low IMC. You know, visibility 7, 800, 900 broken, visibility 7 at the destination, which was fine. And so this thing unfolded. Now, I did not plan this. I shot it all with this GoPro camera and this headset, but we got this thing going here, and this can just show you exactly how fast things can change in flight. So this ride-along video, there's a couple of important takeaways on this. First of all, ATC did a very nice job. I don't want you to think that I was fighting with ATC, but I want to illustrate what was going on in the cockpit, and I had to convey to ATC what I wanted versus what they wanted. Now, the Trump rule here is that what I want wins. I'm going to tell them what I need, and I'm going to explain that. And I want you to listen to the verbiage that I use in flight. Are you okay with that? How about this? Can we do this? I'm not so much on fancy Air Force jargon on the air. I want to convey to the guy what my problem is and see if I can get him to help me. ATC is golden at this. If they understand what it is that you want or what you need, they will help you every time. It's up to you to use your voice and illustrate to ATC what you want. This tape is riddled full of those because our weather changed, everything changed, our airport changed, our destination airport went down to 100 obscured at the last second. We found out late, and I did not get the handling from ATC that I wanted, but I corralled the guy back into giving me what I wanted, and we got it done. Notice how I slowed the pace of this thing and illustrated. So this is a ride-along video. I hope you'll understand I was not beating up ATC. I did kind of beat up Sydney for 2 full days. Keep in mind, if I beat you up, it's because I care about you. I want you to be better. Sydney took the beatings very well. He did a great job. And let's jump in here for this ride-along video. It's an IFR flight with some crazy conditions that end up, and I happen to catch all of it on GoPro, handheld GoPro. Let's go take a look at this.
We're going in and out of the clouds now. The sun's going down and we're going in the clouds. So let's see how this thing comes out. What do you think?
It's going to get dark quick.
It's going to get dark quick. Show me where your spare backup flashlights are. You got a headlamp. And,
I do.
All right. All right, Sydney, what do you think? We're going in the clouds here. Got the approach all set up here.
1,800, climb in 3,000. Delta 854 has departure radar contact.
Let's pull up in your approach plate because we're
Legion 3189, turn left heading 030.
I'm going to turn on your pitot heat.
Turn heading 030, Legion 3189.
Okay, and you want approach plate for 1-1?
Yep, let's do the approach for 1-1. And we're going to get set up. It's going to be a night IMC arrival.
Now, our destination is still KMQS. We're talking about setting up for ILS or RNAV runway 11 at KMQS, which should be fine. Landing straight to the east there and stuff like that. However, I get this text in flight from a buddy of mine who was following me on flight following. He's the one that alerts me first. Our first indication that MQS had gone down to 300 came via a text before ForeFlight ever even updated and before our in-flight stuff ever updated. I don't know how that happened, but he sent me a text and said, hey, you better check this out because your destination is now 300. So here's his text on the screen. Here's what happened after that.
Take a look and tell me what you're showing for the weather at our arrival, which was KMQS. Is that correct?
Legion
Yes.
3189, 6 miles from Hinto. Turn left
Weather
heading
is
350. Maintain 2,400 until established
Wind
on
is
the
10,
localizer. Cleared
5
ILS
knots.
31 approach.
Overcast 300 feet.
The winds are 010. Correct?
That's correct.
And,
Is the winds 010?
31 Legion.
300 overcast, and what's the visibility?
905 Lima
Visibility
Charlie, turn
7.
left heading
7, okay.
170.
Does it say anything about drizzle or mist or anything like that?
Delta 854,
Nope.
climb
Okay.
maintain 8,000.
So it'll be a standard approach. Our minimums for this approach are just above
Golf.
that. So let's take a look at our minimums on the ForeFlight here.
At or above 3,300, clear straight in,
The
RNAV
LPV
17 approach York
minimums
Airport.
are 329 feet, and it's about 300 feet. So technically, by the book right now, if the weather did not improve any at all,
5136 Golf, 5
we'd
miles
have to
from
go
Lava.
missed approach.
Cross Lava at or
I'm
above
counting
3,300,
on
clear straight in.
being able to make it because the weather is improving there. By the time we get there, I think it's going to be up enough. I'm predicting it's going to come up to about 4, maybe 500 overcast by the time we get there.
Legion 3189,
If
contact
not, we're going to have to go missed approach and go around and try and go the other way because their LPV going the opposite direction is 250 feet. So we've done the planning. We've got plenty of fuel. We've looked at our alternates where we could go if we needed to. And we don't have any ice out here. We don't have any thunderstorms. We've got a great autopilot. Our plan is to leave it hooked up all the way down. So this will be a fully coupled approach all the way down to minimums. I'll tell you when it's time to click the autopilot off and I'll help you land the airplane at that point, but for now, it's going to be an autopilot flown approach all the way down to minimums. We're going to take it down to our minimums. Pull that approach plate open one more time here and expand that out a little bit here. We are going down to 973 is the number that we want to remember. That's minimums. We're going to set 1,000 in our altitude alerter window. When we get to 1,000, it's going to give us an alert there. And see if we can get this thing to happen. All right, what do you think? Is this your first night IMC approach?
It is. I expect to walk away from it.
We'll see. Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
And use the airplane tomorrow.
And use the airplane. So we'll shoot the approach with the screen right here in terrain page so we can see what's going on. We've already looked at the approach, briefed it, studied it. We know what we're doing. It's definitely going to be 2,400 to Azefi. We're going to go 2,400 to Azefi. We'll get glide path, and then we'll follow it all the way down. All right.
Chester County, Carlson Airport. Automated weather observation 2217 Zulu. Wind 020 at 5 knots. Visibility 1 1/2.
Uh-oh.
Mist. Sky condition overcast at 100. Temperature 14 Celsius. Dew point 14 Celsius. Altimeter 3012 inches of mercury.
All right, so let's go ahead and get the weather for where we're going.
2 inches of mercury.
Let's see what they got here.
Remarks.
Possibility of deal
It's
on
1, 2,
runway
5,
during the day and at
6,
night.
7.
Helicopter hover taxi.
Let's find out what our weather is
landing
at
are prohibited on taxiway
KQS.
Alpha.
203 down to Romeo, have a flight moment to your routing when you're ready.
All right, go ahead.
203 down to Romeo, clear to Chester County Airport via direct Padre intersection, Papa, Alpha, Delta, Romeo, Echo, and direct Chester County.
All right, direct Padre. Tell you what, we'd like to be on vectors from this point on if we could. Chester County just went below minimum, so I think we're going to switch over to Lancaster instead.
2039 Romeo, roger, clear to Lancaster Airport via direct Daylac intersection, Delta Alpha Lima Alpha Charlie, vectors for the Alice runway 8, descend and maintain 3000.
So now the guy wants to give us direct Daylac. Truth is, I had no idea where Daylac is, and I don't want ILS 8. So when he gave me direct Daylac, I have to come back with, no, I don't really want that, and I've got some work to do here, so you got to help me out. I want a radar vector. This is your standard answer on an IFR flight. Help me out. I need a vector. We have a last-minute change here. We're changing airports. We have a whole bunch of stuff going on. Direct Daylac is not going to work for me, and here's how that happened.
All right, down to 3,000, and we'd like to radar vectors if we could. Present heading down to 3,000 so we can get this set up.
39 Romeo, roger, and fly heading 070.
070 down to 3,000, 2039 Romeo. All right, 070, put that on 070.
American
There you
1711, put a Vinny intersection, contact New York
Good. Now
Center,
get your heading bug up here.
132.2.
Now put your vertical speed on 300 feet per minute down. Let's get our weather over at
22210. Wind 010 at 4 knots. Visibility 1 3/4. Mist. Sky condition overcast at 100. Temperature 14 Celsius.
Okay, so that's definitely not going to work.
Yeah, that's still over there.
Now, we've reduced our workload. We asked for vectors, and he gave it to us. So we're,
traffic, Skyhawk 9525 Victor, 5 miles east of the field.
So we're on the way down.
We'll be overflying the field.
set 3,000 in your altitude alerter. There you go, you got 3,000 set. All right, good. Now pull out your approach plate for LPV runway 8. Was runway 8 the long runway down there?
No.
What was the long one?
That's, well, yeah.
26, okay.
26.
Okay.
And 8 is...
Okay, we'll take 8. LPV for 8 is what we're going to ask for.
Okay, so I had 26 plate pulled up, so I need to get 8.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and take the airplane from you while you're doing that. I have the controls.
Okay, your controls.
All right, I'll keep the airplane going in a good direction here. We're on a heading. Everything looks good, but we're pure hardcore IMC now. We can't even see anything out here.
126 Golf, cancellation received. Good day, thank you.
So let's pull up the LPV for runway 8.
It's right here.
All right, and let's go ahead and get familiar with that. And we're on a vector, which is looking good.
So at 200 is the minimums.
Okay, this is the LPV.
Oh, that was the GPS.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, there we go. RNAV GPS 8. That's the correct plate, correct date. Our minimums are 599, right?
Yep.
We'll call that 600 in the altitude alerter, and we're going to cross the marker here at 2,500, going down to 600. Okay? Now, let's go in here and let's set our procedure. So we go to procedure, approach, and we're going to do, we got to change our destination. Let's do that. Let's go to, what's the,
LNS.
LMS?
And Nancy.
Okay.
November.
L, N, S, enter. Good. All right, now that looks good. Now you can see how busy this gets real quick. We're still monitoring the airplane here. Let's go back to procedure.
2039 Romeo, 3 miles from Daylight intersection. Turn left heading 050. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS 8 approach, Lancaster Airport.
Yes, sir, we're not quite ready yet. We're going to need another second. My president heading for another minute here. What do you got pulled up here?
At 2039 Romeo, you can just stay on that heading to join the localizer and intercept.
Okay, we'd like to request the LPV for 8.
2039 Romeo, Roger. You're a mile and a half from Daylight intersection, fly heading 050, maintain 3000 until established on the final approach course. Cleared RNAV 8 approach at Lancaster Airport.
All right, we're not ready for the approach yet. Want to cancel the approach clearance. 050 heading down to 3000 for 2039 Romeo.
2039 Romeo, Roger, cancel approach clearance, maintain 3000, just advising you're ready for the approach.
I appreciate that. Down to 3000 and a 050 heading, 2039 Romeo.
Now the guy tells me maintain 3000 and I'm clear for the approach, and I have to tell him, first of all, I tell him I'm not ready for the approach, and then when we go back and forth, I actually asked this guy to cancel his clearance. He gave me a clearance and I don't want it. Sir, please cancel that IFR clearance because we are not ready. I had to be that tough with him to let him know this is not going to work out. And what I had in mind was slowing down, a bigger box pattern. We got a lot of stuff to get set up. I'm a CFI. In this case, now I'm acting as a double I because I got my student in the left seat. This guy has 0 actual IFR experience. So I'm having to manage the cockpit, take care of all this stuff, and still teach this guy at the same time. That's why I'm really happy it all came out on GoPro and we captured all this. Some really excellent stuff. We made it into our alternate airport, Lancaster. Everything's good. We were glad to be on the ground, but Lancaster's weather was actually fairly decent as compared to the other one. So let's watch the rest of this video and check that out.
All right, so we're looking good here. We got to get down to 3000.
At 2039 Romeo, turn left heading 010, vectors through the final approach course.
I appreciate that. 010, 2039 Romeo. He's going to give us a little turnout here to help us eat up a little bit of real estate. Now our final approach fix is going to be down here at 2500, so we're looking good. There you go. All right, we're at 4500. Now we're on 010 heading. Things are looking really nice. We're going through the final approach course, which is fine. What do you think? How you like it?
Glad someone knows what.
Huh?
I'm glad someone knows what they're doing.
That's okay. We just got thrown a curve when our destination airport all of a sudden went to 100 obscured. So this will be okay. We're going to bring this thing around. How about just a box pattern, left-hand turn all the way around and let us join from the a little bit further west.
Yep, 2039 Romeo, turn left heading 260.
Left 260, 2039 Romeo. All right, left 260. See what he's going to do. I'm going to have him bring us around.
Harrisburg approach 9 Whiskey Sierra is inbound on GPS 17.
39 Whiskey Sierra, Roger, change your advisory frequency approved, next port, and don't forget to cancel the IFR.
Whiskey Sierra, we're calling on the ground.
Roger.
All right, now tell me what the...
Oh, I went way past.
Traffic 039 Whiskey Sierra inbound on GPS 17 approach.
Tell me what the Unicom frequency is down here at our new airport that we're actually going to.
Trimming up.
All right, Unicom, well, it's a tower. Lancaster Tower is 1209.
Okay. All right. There you go.
Back to plate.
November 9087 Tango, turn right heading 040, vectors RNAV 26 approach Capital City Airport.
Say right 040
All right, good.
9087.
That wasn't to us.
No. All right, we're going to level off at 3,000 feet here. And 2039 Romeo is out at 3,500 for 3,000.
Roger.
All right, good. Couple things here. he tried to load me up with a course, and I talked him into radar vectors. That's less work for me. Then, when he tried to give me an approach, I said, no, I'm not ready for the approach. And he's okay with that. I have to tell him that I'm not ready to do this.
2039 Romeo, expect daylock intersection.
Okay, will do, thank you. He's telling me to expect daylock intersection right here, which is where we're going, okay?
Okay, and so what does that mean? What are we supposed to do there?
That means he's going to put me outside.
2039 Romeo, 3 miles from daylock, clear direct daylock intersection at 3000, cleared RNF 8 approach to Lanks Airport.
Okay, if it's okay with you, we're going to hold this heading just a second before we turn left direct daylock, and we should be good. Is that good with you?
39 Romeo, it's fine. This is advising you direct.
Will do. All right, good. So now we're level.
So we're at 3,200.
Yep, we're going to finish our altitude descent here. Everything looks good. Now pull out your checklist. Let's run the balance of the approach checklist. Make sure we're good all the way around. There you go. Still descending very slowly. We're level off at 3,000 feet.
All right, so do you want descent or pre-landing or?
Descent. Now we're going to bring it back around to daylock right here.
All right, so throttle.
Throttle's good.
Mixture.
Mixture's all good.
Fuel is on both. Carb heat as required. Cowl flaps are closed. ATIS, AWAS. Altimeter. Instruments.
All right, good. We're altitude hold, 3,000. And can you confirm the altimeter up here for us, 2039 Romeo?
Harrisburg altimeter 3012.
3012. Let's confirm you got 3012 set right here. It's your AL. There you go. Good.
Traffic 3012.
Right. And you're at, you're good. You're totally good. All right, now let's review your minimums because we're about to turn in. What's the lowest we can go on this thing?
So 599 is here.
Yep, 599. Looks good. All right, see what we're doing?
So 600.
600. We're going to call it 600. Now set your altitude alerter for 600 feet. ALT, and move that pointer down to 600. There you go. That's good. Now we're going to turn it. Let's go to, I'm sorry. Hit your heading button right there. Good. Now let's turn this over here. 2039 Romeo's turning direct daylock for the approach for level 3000.
39 Romeo, roger.
Okay, now we're going to hit the approach button. Approach is armed and glide path is armed. Now it's going to grab this pink line
and do the work for us.
And do the work for us. Speed's good.
Here is about a mile to 1.
Everything looks nice. It's grabbing the approach course. Now, we're almost inside of flap speed. It's going to join the course. Let's make sure we got tower frequency set to standby. So look up, it should be 120.9.
Tower is 120.9. Oh,
right.
wow, it shows up on the thing.
Yep, it's on there. So now there's the airplane. There's where we are, right there. And we're on the approach course. And let's take a look at glide path. Glide path has not come alive yet.
Sky 87 Tango, turn right
But it's going to in just a second.
Maintain 3000.
All right, you good?
Yep.
Okay, 050 down to 3000.
All right.
907 Tango.
Fuel's on, trim set, everything's good.
Gears down.
Gears down and welded. Our temperature's good. We got nothing else going on here. And we are cleared for the approach, so we should be good here.
Sky 39 Romeo, contact Lancaster Tower 120.9. Good night.
120.9, nice job tonight. Thanks for the help. 2039 Romeo.
Welcome.
There you go, hit that. All right. Hello Tower, 2039 Romeo is on the approach.
Cessna 2039 Romeo, Lancaster Tower, runway 8, clear to land.
Clear to land runway 8, and can you confirm you got all your lights on?
Cessna 2039 Romeo 8, firm, all the lights are on.
And what are you showing for current ceiling and vis right now?
Visibility, I'm showing 10, ceiling I'm showing 1,100 overcast.
Okay, good. All right, so big improvement over 100 obscured next door. So we'll take this.
So we did not. I didn't hear you ask to enter their airspace. I didn't hear any of that. So is that different on IFR?
Yeah, absolutely. It's all taken care of. We got preferential treatment. They know who we are. They know what we're doing, and you get the prerogative as pilot. You get to tell them not only are we changing destinations, but I'm not going to do that fancy navigation they wanted me to do. I want radar vectors because they loaded me up with a bunch of stuff. I got you in the left seat. I said, no, sir, I'd rather have a radar vector. See how that worked?
Yeah.
And they'll give it to you. You just have to ask for it. Now, we're doing good here. We're just outside this. See this fix here, Polku?
Yep.
Is the one that you're showing here.
2,500.
We should be there. We should be getting glide path coming alive here pretty soon. What do you think? Are we going to live?
I believe so.
Huh? Live to fight another day? All right, so 3 guys walk into a bar.
They should look where they're going.
I don't appreciate you taking over my jokes. Looking good. We're stabilized. See, we bought time. We have time. They wanted to back me into a corner. I didn't allow them to back me into a corner. See how everything is nice and relaxed now? Autopilot's on. Checklists are complete. We're kind of bored outside the marker here just waiting for things to happen. Whenever you get backed into a corner and pushed and rushed, you're going to make a mistake. You're going to forget something. Everything is totally nice here, so this worked out really good. The only curved ball that we got thrown at was our destination airport. At the last second, went down to 100 overgassed and low vis and missed. So, but that happens.
So are we supposed to be at 2,500 when we go across Polku?
Yep. And we are going to be. See this thing right here?
Turning down.
Oh, okay.
All right, so now we're descending. We're just outside, and see how this right here, it's following that glide path right there. So we're looking good. It's descending. This is going to change over. This is going to be our pink leg right here. Watch this. Watch this thing switch over.
There it goes.
There it goes. All right. 2039 Romeo's at the marker inbound 8. All right, I'm going to back our speed back a little bit.
Cessna 39 Romeo, roger, runway 8, still clear to land.
Clear to land on 8, 2039 Romeo. All right, what's the lowest we're going to go now?
600.
600, all right. I think we're looking good. Descent checklist is complete. I'm going to run your carburetor heat. Because we're in moisture, I've got power back a little bit. Everything is set.
Turning up.
Right on the glide path, everything looks really good.
Turning up.
There you go. Speed's good.
So is there, okay, so that's a 1, so 2, so 3 nautical miles is the next waypoint from our runway.
Yes. And that's the next intersection called Zekix. I don't know who names these things, but... All right, speed's good. We're inside the flap speed. I got you flaps 10. Things are still looking good here. Keep it coming. Now put your hand on the throttle. I'm going to give you the aircraft back. Put your left hand on the yoke, but don't touch anything. I mean, don't try to do anything. Let the autopilot stay on here. George is doing all the work for us here. Landing checklist is all complete. You're looking really good. I'm going to give you propeller control here. That's the final thing on the landing checklist here. We're at 1,600 going down to 600. Still IMC, still hardcore in the clouds out here. Can't see anything. Well, there's a little tiny bit of ground contact down there now. Keep it coming. Now watch your speed. Bring in a little bit of throttle. Add some throttle. We want to stay 90 knots out here. That's above DMS. We're going to stay right above it. There you go. Stay on it. Stay on it. Looking good.
Trimming down.
Looking good.
Trimming down.
Adjust throttle so you maintain 90. Give me another inch, just a little bit. There you go. Good.
Down.
I'm going to give you flaps 20 here.
Trimming down.
We're set on flaps. We can either land or miss.
There we are.
Here comes the field right here. It's coming in sight. Oh, leave your throttle there. Just leave it. Just leave it. Now look on the right. See your VASI's on the right?
Yep.
Your red over white, which matches your glide slope over here. In fact, you're just slightly white over white. That's a 4-bar VASI on the right. Keep your hand on the throttle. There you go.
Take some throttle out.
Take a little tiny bit of throttle out. Looking good. You're a 90-knot airplane, which is really nice in this thing. Well inside of flap speed, and everything looks really nice. All right, Cindy, that's your first IFR approach. What do you think?
Hey, having all the fun.
Huh? Isn't that cool?
Yes.
All right. You're clear to land. Runway's clear. All right. Autopilot off. There's your altitude alert. Autopilot's off. We got field in sight. I need a little bit of right rudder. Bring this wing back down. Watch your speed here. We're not going to add full flaps until we get to a position where we can runway assured. We're still slightly high, but not bad. Hold the yoke steady. There you go. Stay right on it. You're guaranteed terrain obstruction here because you're following the VASI. The VASI is a charted visual portion of the instrument approach.
Aren't we over too far to the right? I keep trying to turn back to the left.
Yeah, a little bit. That's my fault. I brought you over to fix something and I forgot I still had a little bit of pedal in there.
Okay, so I should pull back and
A
power.
little bit. I'm going to give you full flaps here. Looking good. I keep the nose down. Full flaps. Isn't that beautiful?
Yep.
Keep the nose down. There you go. Speed's good. Off. Power off. Hold it. Hold it.
Oop.
Well, you get 2 landings out of that one.
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations, Cindy. Your first full IFR hardcore approach. A lot of good lessons learned on that one. We'll debrief it after we sit down, okay?
Okay.
All right, well, we're in the home of a Munchkin Pumpkinhead, and I've got to award a hat. Now, this is a special hat for you. See what it says on there? What does it say? You got to show your teeth. How many teeth did you lose yesterday? One. How many have you lost? How many are missing so far?
Probably 5.
A whole bunch. All right, let's see what this thing looks like. Pull that little piece of paper out of there. There you go. Now try it on. Let's see what that thing looks like. There you go. How you like that, huh? You know what that is? You know what DTSB is? I don't either. I'm trying to think. All right. Well, you're an official DTSB member. How you like that, huh?
What do you say? Thank you.
How's that for a cute kid? There's the whole reason we're keeping dads alive, is because they have families. This was a classic family. I enjoyed this family. I had a family meal with them. I stayed in their house. I played with their kids. This was a totally awesome experience. It's worth staying alive. AQP for General Aviation. I'm all over it. If you have a chance to donate towards our airborne animal rescue, that money either goes to me and helping travel expenses. Here's the website for it. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, or Zelle, any one of them. $1 would be great. I'm going to leave this video up and on the air probably permanently because this is a really good learning opportunity for you on a ride along on IMC. I hope you learned something from it. This is my very first one of this type, so I appreciate you throwing me a pass on professionalism on this thing, but really a good opportunity to learn a few things. Got to get out of here, get this thing up and on the air for my tiny little itty-bitty fledgling YouTube channel, Dan Grider. Probable cause.